The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is taken at the 3. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. A first down throw here for Rivers. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Taken in by the tight end. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now Rivers. And he's got his man Hilton. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. A nice little completion there by Phillip Rivers. And you and I were reading the article yesterday, 5th grade. Rivers had to do a project where he had to make a poster about his dreams and aspirations, so he clipped out a football player from a magazine article and pasted his face on the helmet. That's what he wanted to be, and it turned out okay.
Not so bad, not so bad at all. Remember, he's the son of a coach. And on that play, I think he made the old coach proud with that completion.
They try and run on 1st down, but this one going to lose a couple yards as they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. From the gun, Rivers. Complete to Hilton. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
They'll run on 1st down with Marlon Mack. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
I can't help it. Every time I see Eric Berry make a play, as we just saw him make a tackle there, I just want to stand up and applaud.
Because he went to Tennessee like you?
Well, that doesn't hurt one bit, but how about the comeback? I mean, he came back from beating cancer and getting back to Pro Bowl level, one of the best players in the game.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And a quick throw here, that's complete. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage.
And he's got his man. It's Hilton for the Colts touchdown. T.Y. Hilton, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Colts take it right down and score on the opening drive. Bullock good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. They're not ready for this, man.
They'll start on the ground with Edmonds. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Here's Watson. Steps away to his left.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run on 1st down, Edmonds. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll try the air now with Watson. And this would complete to Will Fuller. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts 43.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. They'll run it here. This is James White. He's got a 1st down and more inside the 30. And he gets this one down to the 24. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Mike, 58, right there. Check right.
They go right back to White here on 1st down. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. And there on the tackle, Shaq Lawson. On 2nd and 7, Watson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. He's at the 50. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. I love plays like that. A defensive lineman holding the football. It's like a kid who stole a cookie from the cookie jar, and then he's just fleeing the scene of the crime.
And all he's doing in his mind, reliving his days when he was young, probably played fullback on his high school team, always wanted to be the tailback carrying the ball, trying his best to lug that bad boy the distance.
Pretty impressive pick there off the screen, and then a nice return.
You know, nowadays, they do more ball drills with the big guys than ever before because they want to take possessions away from the offense.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Hey, we got 4 down.
On third down, Rivers. He's got it to Hilton. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Ready? Hey, bro, ready? Left, right. Back. Hey, I'm going to go load it. Load it.
They'll run here with Mack. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
The Colts on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and goal. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Nyheim Hines, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point, because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This fielded at the 2. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Stills the intended target, and it's 3rd and 4.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
Let's go.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Rivers to throw this time. And the catch made by Hilton. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, You really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Rivers on the money, complete. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Rivers with a 1st and 10, and he's now 10 of 10 throwing the ball here to start the game. Meanwhile here, a run on first down really backfires as he's going to be brought down well behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for 2nd down.
Check 90, 190. Strip the ball. Strip that white, 80 high.
Now on 2nd and 16. Rivers caught left side by Hilton. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Indianapolis. T.Y. Hilton with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3 and out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Offensively, might be thinking, what's going on here? 1 for their first 7 throwing the football.
So maybe they're thinking about rethinking their strategy a little bit right now with the way that they're throwing it around, not having that success. Might have to lean on the running game for a little while and see if they can get him back in form.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Get that ready. 6 yards.
On first down, Edmonds. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Now Watson. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 28. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. And this one is right down the middle. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout.
Stay there. Stay there. Round 80.
Final play of the half, Rivers. Escaping the pressure right. Looking deep for Hilton. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down.
You're 18. Watch right, watch right, watch right. I'm coming. 54. And I'm going.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Watson, he's letting this one go for Fuller. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
You ain't going nowhere.
A big play there on the catch and run. 65 yards. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well, because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. It's Mack. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
staying on the ground with Mack. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Hey, 79! 79!
Third and short yardage, Rivers. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Load it! Go orange. Orange. Check nickel. 25. Check 25.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Marlon Mack with his 13th touchdown of the year and second of the game. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Watson now to throw. And he finds Stills, complete. A gain of 19 and picking up the first. Watson now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now left side on the swing pass. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Good starting field position for the Colts as they have it 1st and 10 at the 40. Starting the drive with a give to Matt. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Give me that ball, defense! Give me that ball! Give me that ball!
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield.
Ready! Ready! You're not ready! You're not ready!
On second down, here's a run with Mack. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more.
55, 55.
Maybe a free play here for Rivers. And that one is knocked down, but I don't think it's going to matter. The defense looked like they jumped. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
On 3rd down, Rivers. And Pascal's got it. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 32-yard line. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. On first down, Mack. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Back now in Houston, a lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4.
Step 180, select 15. Hey, here we go. Watch the pass.
On 2nd and 11 now. Rivers. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. The Colts on 3rd down. They've been outstanding. 7 first downs and 8 tries. This is 3rd and 11. On 3rd down, a run by Mack. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line.
How about that run? Picks up a first down. Note the enthusiasm in my boys' memory. Last week, AFC Offensive Player of the Week. I think he's trying to get another one in the fold.
And you talked, watching film, a lot about his form and just hitting the hole, running north and south, as we like to say. And I think he's been doing that a lot recently.
Squaring those shoulders and getting downhill.
They go play action here on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. The Colts on 3rd down. They've been flat getting it down, 8 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Working out of the gun, Rivers. That's into the hands of Pascal. And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the 1st, right around the 15. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Here's Randy Bullock now as he'll go for the field goal. And Bullock will put this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This is taken at his 4.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
To throw is Watson. He's letting this one go for Fuller. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Texans cut into that lead. The 21st pick back in the 2016 draft, Will Fuller, and we know that he can take the top off of a defense.
He certainly can, and the way that he does it is just straight, pure speed. And I saw it with one of the better defense coordinators in the league, and I said, how do you defend that? And he said, at times, you absolutely don't. If the quarterback gets time and he heaves it downfield, Will Fuller's going to outrun any coverage you put out there.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They go right back to Mack. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. Rivers from the gun on 3rd down. And he's got his man Hilton. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12. Rivers now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. They'll run here with Mack. The former Giant, Prince Amukamara, on the stop. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5. From the gun on 3rd down. Rivers looking deep for Hilton. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair.
Let's go.
So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. It'll be Edmonds to begin the drive. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. From the 22, Watson. And an alley to run.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Back to the ground on 1st down, Edmonds. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd.
On 2nd down and 4, Watson. Flush to his right. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts' 34-yard line. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Here's Watson. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. 23 yards, the final tally. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Watch tight. Tight is right. Hey. 4 down.
Off of play action, it's Watson. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Brandon Cooks, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Texans get a bit closer.
Man, he just ran a terrific route. Extremely hard to defend when it's run that precisely and the ball's delivered that accurately.
Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise at this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and the lead will be cut down to 14. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory. And I know I'm not breaking any news when I say that any road win in this league is a good one.
No doubt.
But it's a double bonus when you get a victory on the road in your division.
And when you start a season